What's going on, guys? In this video I make a round black walnut dining table with a custom black iron pipe base, but it didn't come without its share of controversy. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? Brady here. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while. As of right now, I'm working out of my father-in-law's garage. We should close on our new house in a couple weeks, so I'll be back to some more consistent uploading. Now, I lost a bunch of footage of this when I was getting the raw black walnut down to the smooth surface and thickening and milling process. So we're just going to have to start from here. I jointed the boards, and right here I'm just getting kind of a rough estimate to where I'm going to be cutting the round table. This is so I could place my dominoes, because I'm going to be joining this together with dominoes. And I did not want to cut through a domino when I was cutting the round circle out, because that would not look good. So here I am just putting the dominoes into the boards. The dominoes were really going to help with alignment and keeping everything straight while I was gluing it up. Now I glued this up in two separate pieces. I glue half of it there, as you can see, moved that aside, and then took the three more pieces and glued that. And this was just a lot easier to handle rather than doing all six at once. And then the next day I joined the two halves together. As you can see, I glued up that first circle with 4/4 boards, but I wanted the finished product to look like it was 8/4 walnut. So what I did here is I'm cutting pieces to make an octagon around the outside of that. I cut the excess off with a track saw. I just bought this one track saw, and for a track saw it's very, very cheap. And so far it's working really well. I'll link that in the description along with a bunch of other things that I used in the video. But here I am just gluing that octagon on. I just used glue, no metal fasteners or anything, and used a bunch of clamps to clamp that. Now I needed to find the exact center of this. This was a 56-inch round dining table. So obviously 28 was on center. And I put that little block there so I could nail a nail into to put my template around. So there's the template with my router mounted to it. And this is going to be kind of where the controversy started a little bit. First I did a shallow pass with just a 1/4-inch spiral bit. Just a straight cut bit. And this was basically going to give me a guide to go off of when I use my flush cut bit. So after I did that shallow pass, I just took the jigsaw to get the rest of that off. Flipped the table over. Then this is where I use the flush cut bit, and I was using a guide from my initial cut. And then that tore out. And this was a brand new flush cut bit. So it was a little frustrating that it did that. So the only thing I can think of is there must have been a little crack there which caused that. So then I kept going and kind of ignored that for now. And the rest of it cut fine. Then I went through and sanded everything. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing. And please hit that like button to help out the video. I've got a lot more coming once we get settled in our house. So I'd appreciate you following along. And there was a little bit of knots in this and voids, which really gives the black walnut the character, and I really like that. But they needed to be filled with epoxy, so it was a nice clean finish in the end. So I use hazelnut usually for black walnut. It's a hazelnut powder tint, and it blends in pretty well. And then I sanded around the outside right here, and I paid a little bit close attention to where that piece tore out. And in the end, it's still noticeable, you know, for me because I'm the one that did it. But to anyone else, you're never really going to notice that. Luckily, it wasn't terrible. Then here's just the best part about woodworking. I love putting on the finish. I just used a, 3-part blend, equal part of boiled linseed oil, mineral spirits, and oil-based polyurethane. And it's just a super easy finish to put on. It's a hand-rubbed finish, and in the end, it looks like a hand-rubbed finish right here. It's not too shiny. It's just leaves the wood a really, really natural look, and that's what I like about it. It's not like a water-based polyurethane that sits on top of it. So for this, I wanted to kind of give it a little industrial touch to it. So I ordered a bunch of 2-inch black iron pipe rather, and just did a custom table base out of this. The best part about this black iron pipe is it's super heavy, so it was going to be heavier than the table itself, which is really what you want for a round dining table, because you don't want it to be top heavy. And as you can see, I put blocks, little square 4/4 blocks I glued to the table to bring that table base up to even with the outside of it. And for this, I didn't use lag bolts or anything. I wanted to use something strong enough, so I used threaded inserts for this. And these worked really well. I just put a little CA glue on them. Right there, as you can see, I'm doing it, and just threaded it in. I cut off an Allen wrench so I could use my drill to thread them in, and that worked out really well. Then on the bottom, I put some felt pads on all 4 of the feet, just because obviously it's black iron pipe, and it's, if you're putting that on a hardwood floor, it's definitely not the best for that. So I wanted to protect that. And here I'm just threading it on, getting it all set up, and as you can see, the finished product turned out beautifully. I love the little mixture of sapwood in the middle. Here I am getting ready to deliver it. Cam man was inspecting it, making sure everything was all good. And in the end, I really liked how it turned out. And that piece that tore out, you can see it right there kind of, but just added a little bit of character. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be back to uploading more frequently when we get into our house. And until then, please like, subscribe, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you.